I've came across a lot of quizzes that are called the impossible quiz. And to be honest with you, not many of them are actually even difficult. So I sent a bunch of them to my friend to test them, and he sent me back the one that he thought was the most impossible. 25 questions, let's go into it. Test your NBA knowledge with this incredibly hard quiz. I'll determine if it's a hard quiz. We got 8 minutes to do it, 25 questions to get right into it. Who was the first player to lead the league in rebounding when the stat line was introduced? I don't know. Already starting off with a tough one. I mean, I guess it would help if I knew what year rebound and stat line was introduced, but I don't. So I don't know Harry or Larry. I know George Mikan and Dolph. So I'm going to pick between those two. I'm going to go with George Mikan. And it was Dolph. 0 for 1. Kermit Washington, who's best known for shattering Rudy's jaw with the punch, played for which team when the incident happened? I found out about this honestly a couple months ago. A lot of you guys knew about this way before I did, but I took a quiz about this and I had no idea what it was, but you guys filled me in, and he was a part of the Los Angeles Lakers when that happened. Which player holds the record for the fastest triple-double ever? Okay, we got Russell Westbrook, Jim Tucker, who I don't know, Bonnie Butcher, who I don't know, and Magic Johnson. I'm thinking about this. I've seen Russell Westbrook this year or last year have a triple-double in the first half. So because of that, I may go with him. Jim Tucker and Donnie Butcher, I've never heard those names before, and I figure if it's one of those I know, I'm going to go Russell Westbrook. I mean, he's second all-time in triple-double, so the chances are it's him, right? And it's Jim Tucker. We're going to have to look that one up. I don't know who Jim Tucker is. Which of these players has never led the league in scoring? I know for sure Shaq, David Robinson did. Bernard King probably did. I don't think Karl Malone has ever led the league in scoring. And, all right, that's the right one. Which promising player's career and life have tragically been cut short after he struck his head while falling in the last game of the 57 season? 3-time All-Star, led the league once in rebounds. That was Maurice Stoltz, one of the very, very few players, NBA players, to die on the court. It happens every once in a while on levels of like high school and college, but I think he may be the only guy in the NBA to die on the court. Tragic story. Anytime somebody dies, it's a tragic story, but last game of the season. The Milwaukee Bucks received the first draft pick in 1969 NBA draft by a coin flip, which resulted in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar getting drafted by them. Which team lost the coin flip? That was the Phoenix Suns. I don't know if y'all knew that, Phoenix Suns fans. I was this close to get a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You had a 50-50 chance, but you lost. I don't remember who you got, though. I don't remember who the Suns got, but it was a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How many active franchises have never held the first overall pick? No clue. Let's just take a shot in the dark. Let's say 8. It was 7. Oh, I hate when I'm just like real close to an answer and I get it wrong. Who's the oldest player to record a triple-double? I think this one's also Karl Malone. Karl Malone played in the league for like 20 years. And I think he got a triple-double in his last year or the year before his last year. So I'm going to Karl Malone, and that is correct. Even though he is the all-time scoring points in NBA history, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has only made how many three-pointers in his 20-year career? 1. We found that out a week ago in one of the quizzes we took. He's made 1 3 in his career, and that's mostly because like half of his career he played before the three-point line was introduced, and then the other half obviously was in the era. Where did the first NBA game take place? I know this. This is Toronto. Between the Toronto, I don't remember the name of the team, but the Knicks went to Toronto to play the first ever NBA game. You would think it was in the States, but no, it was up north. The Los Angeles Lakers missed out on the playoffs for the first time since their move to Southern Carolina in what season? No clue. You just gotta shoot your shot. If you don't have an idea, just shoot your shot, pick, and there's a 1 in 4 chance you get it right. Fernando Martin became the first ever Spanish player in the NBA when he debuted for what team? He's a part of the Portland Trail Blazers. Tragic story there. He also died in his career. He didn't die on the court, but in the middle of his playing career, he was in the car accident, very similar to Drazen Petrovic. Both like in their prime when they passed away in the car accident. Very, very sad story. In what year did the first NBA lockout happen? That was 1995. And I'm going to pause because we don't have that much time and I want to talk about this. I believe when that happened, 1995, the lockout happened for a couple months. But they still played 82 games. I mean, I could be mistaken, but this is the way I remember it. They started like 2 or 3 months later, and they still played 82 games. Think about that. Let's say the NBA right now starts in October. Can you imagine if the NBA season started in January and they had to play 82 games before April? People be resting left or right. People resting left or right now. Imagine how it would be if they didn't have, I don't know, just something to think about. All 10 players on the court were ejected as a result of a brawl that happened between the Nuggets and the Knicks. I remember that. Several players were faced with suspension, including the league leading scorer Carmelo Anthony. Pop-up ads. How many games was he suspended for? It's between 13 and 15. I feel like 13 is a nice, even though it's not a round number, it's like a 5, you know? Like, I figure they won't give you a 13 or 17. Or I'm going to go 15. And that's right. What team managed to win 10 games in a row and lose 10 games in a row? That was the Phoenix Suns. That happened like last year or the year before that. Like a really, really streaky team to win 10 games in a row and then lose 10. To win 10 in a row, then to lose 10 in a row. Like, I don't know. It's just very, very weird. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the NBA, standing only 5'3", but he managed to have one memorable block against a 7-footer. Who was that 7-footer? That was Patrick Ewing. Y'all probably seen the clip before. The Miami Heat currently have the most lefties on the team in 2016-2017 NBA season. How many lefties do they have? Let's pause and think about this. Okay, so the big one is Goran Dragic. That's one. Tyler Johnson is also left-handed. Josh McRoberts is left-handed. I don't even know if Josh McRoberts is on the roster right now, but I'm guessing he is. Luke Babbitt, again, is left-handed. I don't know if he's still on the roster because, I mean, I don't catch many Heat games. Justice Winslow, that's 5. I think an accountant Bosch. I'm going to say the accountant Bosch. Let's go with 6. I could be wrong because, again, Bosch hasn't played, so I don't know if he's technically still on the team. Let's go with 6, and that's right. That's a lot of left-handers. I'm left-handed myself, and we're a minority for sure. Who currently holds the NBA record for most consecutive double-doubles with 53? That was Kevin Love, man. When he was in Minnesota, he was a double-double machine. Averaged like 12 rebounds per game. Who was the first player to win all 3 MVPs? Willis Reed? I thought this was going to be impossible. Incredibly hard. So far, I've been doing okay. Which season marks the last of NBA 2-0 division format? No clue. Take a shot in the dark with this one, and that's... honestly, I shouldn't have picked that one. That was way too late. But I still wouldn't have got it right. What is Ray Allen's real first name? Walter Ray Allen. Jesus Shuttleworth. 4 more questions. Which former player has a signed photo of him, Magic Johnson, saying, "Good luck from Big Magic to Little Magic"? I don't know. But out of all these players, the guy I would say is closest to Magic is Jason Kidd because he's taller and great court vision. So I guess I'll go Jason Kidd. That's wrong. Steve Nash. No big deal, though. We've been doing fine, I think. What player holds the record for most consecutive games played without a playoff appearance with 929? Dude played 929 games and did not make the playoffs once. I've never heard of any of these names. I'm really closing my eyes. I'm clicking the closest one I'm close to. This one. Yo. I'll take it. Which incredible cross-sport trade almost happened in 1971? I know this because it has to do with Chicago. We're going to pause it. I'll give you guys a little story. Wilt Chamberlain was almost traded to the Chicago Bulls for Bobby Hull. Was it Hall, whatever. Who was that, you ask? He played for the Chicago Blackhawks. We almost got Wilt Chamberlain on our team for trading a player to the Blackhawks to their hockey team. Can you imagine that if all the major city sports were all intertwined? So we're talking, I don't even know how it worked for Chicago because we have 2 baseball teams. But let's say Cubs, Bears, Blackhawks, and Bulls were all together so we can trade Patrick Kane for Kyrie Irving. Nope. What was Tom's nickname during his playing days? It was Ack Ack. I don't know where that comes from, but Ack Ack was his nickname. So we got a 67 or 76%, which is not too bad. I wanted to look up Jim Tucker, fastest triple-double. Give me a second. Okay, here's the article. Russell Westbrook records the fastest triple-double since 1955. So Jim Tucker obviously played 1955. So Russell got his triple-double in just 20 minutes. Jim Tucker, but on the other hand, got his triple-double in 17 minutes? It took this dude 17 minutes to get 12 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. I've never heard of this player before. Oh, it says a rather unspectacular career, so that makes sense. I looked at his Wikipedia page too, and yeah, this is how you know he wasn't much, because his Wikipedia page is non-existent basically. Basketball reference links, I don't know, but he was a power forward. These were his numbers, man. His career high was an average of 5 points per game, and he only played in the league for 3 years. So that lets you know he was nobody special. But I mean, he's in the record books with a 17-minute triple-double. So if you did enjoy the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. Let's shoot for like 2,000 wins. We revamped, or not revamped, but we relaunched my vlog channel, or my in real life channel, yada yada yada. Cause I'm moving. I got my apartment. I haven't mentioned this to the main channel, but I got the apartment that I want. So I'm in the process of buying stuff to furnish my new apartment. So if you're interested in seeing that whole transition from this bedroom that I've been in for like 2 years to a brand new place, go over there and subscribe. I'll put the link in the description and also at the end of the video. So it's been King of the 4th quarter. I'm out. To my apartment. It's small. Let me give you a tour.